was thinking while I was doing these things, multitasking thinking, because I need an imagination to think about the other things that are less appropriate to talk about on YouTube. Anyways, so I was thinking about those things and also thinking on the other side, and I was like, I mean, this is the perverted, it's not really perverted, in my opinion. So this is like the horn dog side of me, and this is like the, oh, I'm thinking about things side of me, and so, yeah, so I was thinking, you know, maybe I should tell her because it's kind of a big deal and, you know, she should know. So I ended up telling her, and this, after I got out of the shower, you know, I was like, oh, phew, that felt good. Okay, sorry, that was gross, and you probably didn't need to know that, but I remember it that day, which, quite vividly. Okay, so I went downstairs and I told her, and I laid on, actually, this bed, which was downstairs at the time, and I'm upstairs, so if you want to find me, you can just come and rape me. No, I'm just kidding, that's a bad invitation, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so I laid on this bed and I was like, crying and, you know, like, oh, I have to tell you something, as most gay people, teenagers, males, tell their mother, even though I knew she would accept me, you know, I had to tell her, and I just was kind of insecure about it. I didn't know what would happen completely, so I told her, and she was like, okay, and so I think the first question she asked was, how long have you known, or something? And so I said, since I was 12, and I think that the question is normally asked by people, but I don't think it was asked for the same reason. I think the reason my mom asked is because she wanted to know how long I had known that how long before she had known that I had known. Like, because then later in the conversation we started laughing and stuff because she was talking about how she basically knew since I was like 4 or something because of what I did when I was a little kid. You know, I played with dolls and stuff. Yeah, that was exciting. So, but so did my brother, so, but he's definitely not. Whatever, he played with Polly Pockets. Totally different thing than American Girl dolls. Yeah, look at that, American Girl dolls. Wow. Homosexual dolls. That's basically what that's saying. Okay, sorry, I didn't have to clarify that with you because I'm sure you were like thinking it in your head. You were like homosexual dolls instead of American Girl dolls, and every time I say that, you see homosexual dolls. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's probably goes like this because you're seeing it backwards. Whatever. So yeah, I told her, and that was pretty exciting. And then the last person I told was my dad, and I was actually really nervous about this, so I did it like a year after I told my mother, or about thereabouts, and I told my friends, actually, so he wasn't the next person. I told my friends before him, quite a few of my friends, my closest friends, and so I told him, and I told him through an email, and I basically said, you know, oh yeah, so some background on my dad. His dad was gay, and he only told my father when I think his mother passed away, but I'm not completely sure on all these facts. This is all like kind of confidential, and so I don't know. It's not like any of you really know my dad. So that's what happened, and I had this idea that like he kind of had I had a misconception that he thought badly of the gay community because of this, and he had negative experiences with it and associated those negative experiences with the gay community. So I was really nervous about telling him, but I ended up telling him, and I basically said, it's not a big deal, please don't blow this out of, like, make this something special, and because it's not. I mean, it's kind of special because, you know, celebration and acceptance, you know, so that is a big deal because it's really cool. But that wasn't what I said. Okay, so I said that, and so then he moved on, and we basically haven't really talked too much about it. I kind of want him to ask me questions, but it's not really a big deal. You know, if he's not curious about it, then it's not really that big of a deal. And I kind of suggested that he not ask questions, so it's kind of my own fault. Overall, I had a good coming out, you know, deal, story, acceptance thing. And, uh-oh, here come, ooh, sexy eyes, sorry. I have to do the dance now. I feel like I'm like a sex slave or something. Not really a sex slave. So, you should know no. Okay, so I'm gonna dance. Just, you can send me dollar bills in the mail. No, I'm just kidding, I'm sorry. I don't know what song to dance to, actually. And here's the dance. Yeah. You excited? Yeah.
What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? With every word you say, I find myself mistaken. Can't you see we're not the perfect combination? 'Cause you got what you want.
exciting, I know. You're a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, I probably said that before. I know why I say these things. Anyways, left, yeah, comment, rate, subscribe. I'm gonna say it again in the credits. I made this video, and I actually made it last night, and it was like 12 minutes long. It's still probably 12 minutes long, but anyways, I made it, and then I uploaded it, and then it was like blah blah blah, and I did all these like the little bubble things, and I was like, and oh yeah, well, you don't know why I'm sad. Anyways, the reason why I was sad is because the little bubble things got not deleted, but the video is too long, so they couldn't like actually put it on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to cut it up into 2, and that's why this is probably 2 parts, and well, yeah, two parts. So that's basically why it's 2 parts, and I was kind of disappointed, so I have to redo all the bubbles, which takes a while, but that's fine. I don't really mind. So, see you later, I guess. I don't know who says that anymore. It's really a 90s thing, but